We previously covered on this channel the abducted Vtuber story from China, where she claims that on her way home she has been kidnapped and then the police managed to rescue her. However, her company recently posted up a statement saying that the story is not true. Now, you may be wondering, why would the company that she works at expose her story? Because obviously that would get people to unsubscribe and they would lose money. And the reason for this is that the Chinese authorities forced the company to put that statement. So the question is her story true or not? And I might shock people here, but I do believe her. And you may wonder, like, why is that, V? Why are you believing her? I mean, the company has came out, the authorities, the police. Because I've been in a communist country. I grew up in it. I've been trolled when I was a kid by the communists. So there was a policy in Romania that there is no crime happening. We are in a golden age, a socialist utopia. And as such, the media would not report on crimes. It was to the point where my grandmother would sleep with her door open. And then after the socialist regime fell and the newspapers realized that talking about crime is very profitable and it drives up the ratings, they talked about it nonstop. To the point where my grandmother was so shocked that she would barricade the door with the kitchen table. I'm not kidding. In reality, there was more crime under socialism than after. Because after socialism, a lot of criminals went away to greener pastures, usually in Poland and Hungary and other places. And there was less crime within Romania. Furthermore, under socialism, the police was more interested in arresting people for ideological dissent rather than catching people for doing average crimes. As such, I have a different way of viewing things regarding authoritarian nations. And in this situation, considering that her story went international, and, well, even I from Romania talked about it, you may see why the Chinese authorities wouldn't like people to think that it's possible for girls to get kidnapped on their streets. So, it's up in the air. Like, you can believe whoever you want in this story. I personally choose to believe her for the fact that listening to her story and hearing her voice made me believe that what she is saying is kind of true. As well as the fact on the story itself. I mean, if she was going to make up stuff, she could have made up more harrowing things. She said that it was an auntie which kidnapped her, but, you know, like, the story could have been like a molestation ring or anything like that. She didn't want to go into that. And she also didn't try to weigh in on the issue and victimize herself or become the Chinese version of David Hogg, where she's like, oh, well, we need to take a stand and, you know, remove the cisgender, heteronormative, patriarchal culture, blah, blah, blah. She didn't do that. She was like, okay, well, this happened. I don't want to linger on it. I want to bring happiness to my subscribers. And you need to take into account, like, I have no horse in this race. I mean, I could just say, well, I've been duped and blah, blah, blah. But, like, no, I personally believe her. Now, I can understand if you don't. I can understand, because you'd have arguments to believe the Chinese government. Yeah, like, if you believe the Chinese authorities, you can do that. That's fine. But take into account that there have been claims of other people who covered this story being contacted by Chinese people on social media and asked to remove the story. So there's that. But I'll keep you up to date if anything else comes up. It's a very interesting thing which happened. And let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.